In some areas, South Africa's air is dirty and it's killing thousands of us every year. According to a study by air pollution experts, around 2,200 of us die every year because of the high levels of sulfur dioxide. Now, this poison is produced from coal that's burned for electricity, and Eskom relies heavily on coal-based power generation. Although there are global and national promises to bring down emissions, we cannot afford to wait that long. So Solenco is a company that makes air purification systems. So could this be part of the solution, at least for now? Well, we are joined by CEO of Solenco South Africa, Simon Brewer. Simon, good morning to you. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Just paint a picture for me of just how bad the air in South Africa really is.
Morning, Naledi. Yeah, I think this Eskom problem in emitting the SO2's emissions has really highlighted the pollution that people experience around the country. It's not only in Mpumalanga. You can go down and look at the riots in Durban, where the chemical plant was burnt. That was pushing out carcinogenic fumes, which affected quite a lot of people around that area. Even all the way down in the Cape, when there's spraying season, a lot of the pesticides and other agrochemicals are pushed into the air, and the wind blows them into populated areas. And obviously that affects people as well. You can also have a look at Gauteng, Gauteng being the center of the economic center in South Africa. There's a lot of emissions in South Africa, not only from industry, but from traffic. When you fly into Joburg, as I did just the other day, you come through this haze of pollution. And it's just incredible just to think that, in a few moments you'll be breathing that air, and it's quite frightening.
Yeah, it is quite frightening.
What's very important? Yeah. So what's very important is that we remove the pollution in the space that you either work or live, and this is done through air purification. Systems very similar to what you find in aircraft, for example, with the HEPA filter. You can get air purifiers which are suitable for home, office, or even industry. They're talking about the filters to be used on the Eskom stacks to remove the SO2. That unfortunately apparently has been put on hold for a bit, so I think pollution's here with us to stay for a while.
Yeah, I mean, we certainly struggle to understand the process of air purification on planes at the beginning of the pandemic, as those conversations were taking place. So won't explain to us just how they work in general, right, and how Solenco's air purifiers then work as well.
Okay, we have, if we take the domestic unit, we have a series of filters. We have a carbon filter which removes such pollution such as VOCs, volatile organic compounds. It also removes smells, that sort of thing. We have HEPA filters, which are remove very fine particles of pollution. And we obviously have, well, not obviously, but to tell you that we also have a UV filter, or UV lights, which kills the smaller pollution that gets through the filters, other filters such as bacteria, viruses, that sort of thing. So we look to pass the air in a room through these filters at least 4 times an hour, ideally. And the more times it goes through the filter, the cleaner the air becomes. So it's something that you leave on all the time. It's very efficient in energy consumption. So you just leave them running the whole time. Ideally, if you want to really clean the room, close all doors and windows. We obviously know that's impractical to do all the time.
Yeah.
But in an enclosed space, you're going to clean that space a lot quicker.
Yeah.
So this all removes all these filters remove the pollution, and after a while, you need to dispose of those filters and replace them.
Yeah. Well, Simon, thank you so much for speaking to us.